How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is episode 13 of a Let's Play series on Farming Simulator 25 for the map Riverbend Springs. And when we last left off, we ended up buying the cement factory just across the street, where we were able to take all the stones from the farm here and be able to move them over and dump them in. And now we are making product. We're making cement bags, we're making roof tiles, the whole 9 yards. Everything that can be produced from that stone, we're producing it. Along with that purchase, we also got the dredging barge. So all the stones that are being picked up from the river and being put there on, the floor, we're able to just pick them up and now put them in. So instead of, just going over there occasionally and helping them out by loading it up for them, we get to load it up for ourselves. And what do we have going on here today? Well, we've got ourselves into a bit of a problem. We just got a phone call, and it turns out Uncle is being released from the long-term care facilities that he's been in for, quite some time here. He's been able to start walking around and do a little bit more for himself, and they're saying that because he's able to get around now, it's not the greatest that he can get around, but he can get around. They're not going to care for him anymore. And, he made the argument that, hey, I live in a 2-story home. I can't get up to my bedroom and all that stuff. Like, getting upstairs, it's going to be impossible. And it's like, well, sorry, sir, you're going to have to figure it out from there. So they're kicking him out. They are basically, sending him back home. And that means JP and I have nowhere to stay. And we're going to have to figure out something from there. JP, I don't know what it is that we can do, but we've got a few things to work on here at the farm, one of which is going to load up all the stones from the dredging, and we got a couple of contracts that we're going to take care of, but JP and I, we're going to keep our ear to ground and figure out what to do from here. So let's, I don't know, JP, you ready to go get to work?
I'm ready to get going.
All
Let's
right,
do this.
let's do it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the McCormick over here, and I'm going to load up the trailer full of stones. I'm going to actually have to take the trailer over to the shop area there and get it converted back over to a actual trailer, not just the bale trailer like what we have it here. So in the meantime, I'll go ahead and cut us back in as soon as we get back with the bale trailer, or the tipper trailer. We'll see you in a while. Getting ready to pull up here to the cement factory. Gonna go ahead and clear out all the stones that are over here. You can see, nice big old pile right there. Let's see.
Dredge a barge working good then?
Oh yeah, yeah. That was the one thing that we ended up doing, is making sure that the person that was the captain of that barge, they stuck on board and were able to keep doing what they needed to do so we could keep doing this, because this is a nice steady stream of stones, and it's going to be able to keep everything kind of rocking and rolling here for the factory. Now I'm gonna turn back around because it'll just be easier. Kind of pull around. Oh hey, look at that! We produced a pallet. Oh, that's upside down. What does that
Nice.
say? Oh, cement. General purpose cement. That's awesome. Very cool.
Money, 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 money.
Hey,
Oh,
gonna have to keep on making it, because at this point now we're gonna be pretty much homeless
yeah. I mean, gotta love it. We now own two businesses, and
and no homes.
well, yeah, maybe we can crash at the sawmill, right?
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
I mean, with all that lumber laying around, maybe we can make us a bed frame.
Well, I think that'd be the furniture factory we need for that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's
Gosh,
true.
yeah.
I don't think Noah's gonna sell out on that one anytime soon.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, no, he was pretty pumped to get into that aspect when he got out. of the sawmill. So
All right, well, I'm dumping the last little bit of stones right here. There we go.
speaking
All
of
right.
stones, I'm over picking up some stones just down the street from Unc's farm there.
Oh, nice.
Figure get these, I'll just drive straight over and dump these right in the cement factory too.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, as long as we can keep these places filled up with product, and we'll be able to, at bare minimum, make some money. But I don't know,
Yep.
JP. It's one of those, with Unc coming back, we've got to start figuring out what to do from here, because it's one of those where, I mean, do we just pull up stakes and just leave? I mean, I don't see that being a good option simply because we've got all the factories and stuff. We got the cement factory and the sawmill to kind of keep charge of.
Yeah, and like he said, we got to keep charge of that. And you know, if we pull up stakes and head out, then we got to either A, sell it, or B, find a manager for it. And that could be more of a hassle than it's worth. And then not only that, if we pull up stakes, where do we go?
Well, yeah, exactly. I don't know. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and head up to the shop there and see if I can find some work. It is November, so work's going to be getting a little bit thin here over the next few months. So we've got to figure it out from here. But I'll cut us out, cut us back in as soon as we figure things out. We'll see you in a while. So I got my hands on a rock removal contract here, and just up ahead is several of these large rocks that are going to have to be jackhammered out and removed, and you can see one of the flags directly in front of me here. Now, as far as I'm aware, JP is going to be catching back up with me here in just a little while to make sure we can pick up all the kind of breakage from these stones, because you can see these things are pretty big, and I'd hate to leave behind these stones, especially considering that we got a whole mess of cement that we can make from them.
Yeah, I'm actually on my way over to the cement factory right now with the stones from the stone picking contract, and then I was gonna get everything hooked up and come over to you.
Nice. So yeah, I've broken up soon to be 2 of the 4. There we go. Oh no. There is one of these rocks that are really tucked in behind some trees and all that, so that's going to be kind of a nuisance to get to. But we'll figure it out. There we go. We got one more. And there we go.
All right. I am in the
All right.
McCormick right now, so
Nice.
I
Well,
will.
I just broke up the last stone. What I'll do is I'll just wait up here for you, I guess, and as soon as you get here, I can point out exactly where all these piles are. So I'll go ahead and cut us out here and cut us back in as soon as JP gets here. We'll see you in a while. All right, so as you can see, JP is pulling up here. JP, we've got one pile right here where I'm standing. And then beyond that, you're going to have to figure out how to come between these 2 trees. So this tree here, and then obviously the big one there. And you got a big old pile right where I'm standing. go ahead and just back all the way out as best you can. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, you know what? In the meantime, while you're figuring that out, I'm going to climb these stairs. Because I have a feeling this is going to be... Whoa. This is going to be pretty up here. Alright. Oh, hey. Oh, this is a nice little... Looks like a boiler up here. I bet you Unk's friend over at the Grain Museum might like that thing. Huh. I'll have to make a few phone calls and see who's in charge of this building here. Maybe the ranger station around here or something? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, appears to be a fire watchtower.
Were you able to rescue yourself?
Getting there.
Kinda, sorta. Oh, there you go. That's definitely something. Alright, so the next two piles are relatively easy, he says.
Yeah, that's the one that's not trying to get in the middle of the woods with this little axle trailer.
I mean, it's right where I'm standing. That's the next pile. And the last pile is right over here. Well, don't take me in that thing with you.
Yeah, well, don't run in front of it.
I didn't run in front of nothing. I'm pointing out where things are.
Yeah, well, point out where the uh,
Are you okay?
define okay.
Not in any problems.
I'm right behind you.
Okay, so you are okay.
Well,
So we made it back here to the farm. We ended up picking up all the stones over on the mountain, and we brought them back down to the cement factory. And yeah, they'll eventually get turned into product. But now the good news: Uncle is home. He has finally made it. Had to help him inside, making it up the stairs and all that stuff. It was a slow process, but he's back and he's happy about that. And even more good news: he's really enjoyed what he's seen on the farm here. Everything's been kind of, secondhand, been showing him pictures and stuff, but we haven't actually had a chance to actually show him the work. He pulled in here and he was just completely blown away. But he loves it. He absolutely loves it. And he's hoping that one day that he'll be able to, get back to work and do everything that he needs to do to be able to maintain himself. But in the meantime, he's going to have us, help out where we can and be able to do everything that we need to do. But that kind of leads us into something else. So, like we were mentioning before, Uncle being home really kind of throws a wrench into JP and Mai's ability to have a place to put our heads down at night. That being said, we actually ran into a couple up there at the shop when we were, returning a lot of our equipment. And turns out that they were telling us about a property that was for sale, and for sale for pretty cheap, especially considering what we could potentially get. So JP and I were talking about it. We're going to take a run up to that property and see just how much it'd be to buy it, because, I mean, it might be a, too good to be true scenarios, but I think it's at least worth a look. See, what do you think, JP?
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely want to take a look at it first before we commit to anything. But they were saying right around 400K for it. So we'll go take a look at it and see what we can get and see if it's worth the money.
That sounds like a plan to me. So we'll go ahead and roll out of here, and we will go check out the property. Meet you over there. All right, so we're almost to the property here, and let's see if I. Okay, it's right here in the corner, as a matter of fact. Oh, very nice looking property. What do you think there, JP?
I mean, I see a lot of potential in it's kind of nice because it's open. Let's jump out and this is south part of the property that they're offering up. And well, I mean, looking at it, we got a bunch of grass we can cut right off the bat. I see a lot of a lot of trees that we could potentially rip out of here too.
Well, yeah, I
That'll
mean,
get us more.
looking at all these trees here, we'd be able to throw a lot of these into the sawmill. This would be a lot of product that we can make into all the various stuff over there. But let's see, let's go up the hill, up the driveway over here. Let's see. So,
So I just saw something here.
oh yeah, what's that?
This property actually has a little field on it too.
Oh yeah, I just
And
came
it
up the
has some
driveway.
product.
Look at that.
So we get a house,
Look at that. It's a nice little hill back there.
and this
Little
property.
barn looks like it needs to be having some TLC done to it, but that's all right. Let's see if we can check out inside because they gave us a little property code here. Should be able to go inside and check out the house. You want to do that real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Wow, so I'm actually incredibly impressed with how this place looks. I mean, you got the nice little house here, you got the barn, the field, the little place on the hill. We could do something up there. I don't know, man. I'm kind of digging this. What do you think?
Honestly, I think it's worth the money. I really do. I mean, we've got a small field there that's got a crop in it that's ready to be harvested right now. We've got a ton of trees. I think we could very easily make our money back on the property, and we get to stay local. We don't have to worry about finding, either A, selling off our factories or B, finding somebody to manage them. I think it's a pretty good investment.
I think you're right. What do you say we go run up to the bank and
Let's
see if we can work out a loan?
let's do that.
Awesome. All right. Well, he'll cut us out here and cut us back in after we talk to some folks at the bank. We'll see you in a little while. All right. So JP and I went up to the bank. We signed a bit of paperwork, and we're now the proud owners of this property here. We own everything as far as the eye can see in this field here, plus behind that tree line over there, the house, everything. JP, we live here in Riverbend Springs. It's official.
It's, we are officially residents.
We are officially residents. And we were talking to Unc, and we were letting him know, hey, we're looking to buy this property, and he was completely on board. Not only that, but he said that we were able to use his equipment in the meantime until we're able to kind of get on our feet with our own equipment and all that stuff. So that kind of led us into what we need to do right away, which is go borrow his equipment. We need to go
Yep,
get
that's it.
we need to go get a mower. We need to go get the baler, all that stuff. Because I mean, look at all this grass. We got a ton of stuff we got to do here. JP and I were talking. I think we're gonna cut down all these trees on the hillside here to be able to put into our sawmill and to kind of clear up some space. And we got to then borrow Unc's harvester to be able to get the sunflowers out of there. We got to be able to lease some of the equipment out to be able to work that out with. So, JP, let's hop in the truck and get to work.
Yep, let's do that. I think you in the mood to do some grass cutting, and I will harvest the sunflowers just because those look like they kind of need to get out of there because I don't think they'll last too much longer.
Yeah, I think you're right there. So, yeah, no, that sounds perfect to me. You'll have to lease out the header for it, but outside of that, I think we'll be good.
Hey, you know what? I can do that.
Awesome, awesome. All right, well, we're gonna drive back to the farm, pick up some equipment. I'll drop JP off at. Well, actually, I gotta drop you off at the farm either way. So, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll catch you over there. All right, so I am over here with the mower, the tractor, and I'm going to be getting to work. I want to get as much of this product off of this grass field as possible because, one, why not? But two, we need to start making some money back because we basically just spent a whole ton of money that we don't have at the moment.
Yeah. Well, hey, you had to get a mortgage.
Well, at least we've got all the stuff necessary to be able to make something out of all this. So, yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but at the same time, we're going to be able to figure it out pretty quick.
Oh yeah, I mean the trees there alone, and with how well our sawmill's been doing, that was a good buy for us. So the trees alone are going to really make us a lot of our money back.
Oh, yeah.
And two, the overall price was very good in my opinion. To be able to stay here in Riverbend Springs, just a beautiful town. So
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. I think that this, at the end of the day, is going to be worth every penny, and we'll be able to make this place into a home. I mean, that's I think probably the biggest upside to all this is we'll be able to settle down and kind of go from here.
yep. And again, we have family here, so we know people. We've met a lot of the residents of the town, and you know, friends and family.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So at this point, let's get to work on all of this because, whew, this is going to be this is a fairly decent sized field.
Yeah, I'm on my way over right now with the harvester. Um, so
And you were able to lease out a header for
I
the
was,
sunflowers.
yes, I was. Cost about $2,700 to lease it out, but
Well, I mean,
got to do what you got to do. It's better than letting the product rot.
well, yeah, and that's it
Not
exactly. Is we can either let it rot or we can put it to use. And fortunately, we
yeah,
didn't have to spend a penny on putting the stuff into the ground. We're just spending pennies taking it out.
yep. So, and actually, I see you working your way around trees.
Oh yeah, yeah, gotta love it.
Yeah, like I said, after we get this all harvested out and stuff, I will probably probably go. There's a few contracts I saw while I was up at the shop. Might do those before I start working on playing lumberjack.
Oh yeah, good call. Yeah, start making some of this money back because hey, that's your job is making money. My job's spending it apparently.
Well, you do it so well.
I do, don't I?
Like
We all have strengths in life, and mine is just making money go burr. The only problem is that oftentimes I don't get an endless supply of it, so I can only make it go burst for so long. Alright, but at this point, I think we'll be pretty good to cut out here and keep on. Whoops, if I can keep a straight edge here, that'd probably be good to focus on. But cut us out here, cut us back in once we're all done with this field. We'll see you in a while. So there we are. We are all done mowing the grass. We're going to have to get the windrower and the baler over here, and one step at a time. So,
And actually, I'm just about to make it. We're going to sell off the sunflowers that we pulled off the field over at the oil mill. I am getting ready to pull in there in just a moment, see what kind of instant money we get back on our investment.
oh, there you go. Good
Here,
call.
pulling onto the trigger right now. Horse 550. All right, well, we're dumping.
All right, let's see.
Right. $2,200.
That's, you know what? For something we didn't have
Step
to
in the
put
right
anything
direction.
into.
Yep. I mean, well, we had to lease the header for it, but
Well, how much was the lease?
hey, a little bit more than that.
Oh,
It
of
was
course.
it was 2,700. Yes, it was 2,700. But hey,
Well, I mean,
let
at
me
the end of
lose.
the day, we had to get it out of the ground anyways, and we'll uh, be able to put something else into it that we actually have product for, or have equipment for. So it is what it
Exactly.
is. It was either that or let it go to
I
rot.
Yeah, and I don't like seeing things go to waste. So
Exactly.
you know, we'll
All
make
right.
it up in our contracts.
Yeah, exactly. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and cut us out and cut us back in as soon as we get a hold of the windrower and baler. We'll see you in a while. All right, so we are back here with the windrower. Gonna go ahead and get to making nice, tidy little rows.
Yeah, have fun working around those trees.
Oh, don't remind me.
Well, I mean, I thought you said you were there.
I am.
Okay,
I
well
just
then
don't
I'm
need
not
you to
reminding
remind me.
you. Well, if me saying something was reminding you, you might want to open up your eyes.
Oh, I mean, I am pretty unobservant, so.
Geez. But while you're doing that, subcontracted out a worker to do a little harvesting for us. I'm working on getting some weeds worked out in a couple of fields for some people. Trying to make a little bit of money. I'm actually kind of shocked how many jobs are being posted with it being November.
I wonder if they're just having a hard time finding workers at the moment.
I mean, hard to say, but I will take it.
Well, yeah, and at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what the reason is. I mean, our
Yeah,
are reaping the benefits, I guess.
yep. Our bank account needs all the help it can get right now. So,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Holy smokes! Think my ambition was a bit bigger than my eyes at the moment because this field is looking really big at the moment.
yeah, well, good thing about that is it just needs some extra bales.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
So we're
look.
gonna turn that into silage, I'm guessing, since you're already windrowing it.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Really, I think this will probably be best suited for, you know, the silage and eventually be able to turn this into some more TMR so we can sell, um, and possibly even have some leftovers for, the cows over at Unk's farm. But I mean, for right now, they're totally fine. They don't need anything at the moment. So
Oh yeah, no, we've got them set for a while. They're babies, so they're not going to go through much. There's not that many of them right now. Hopefully in the future they have their own babies, but yeah, no, we've got some time to spare. Not in any huge rush to get TMR made. So
exactly. All right. So I think at this point, probably a good spot to cut us out and cut us back in once well once we finish windrowing. We got a lot of it to do here, so we'll see you in a little while. And there we go. Just finished the windrowing. Now we get to baling. We'll see you in a while. So after all that work, getting everything picked up and taken over here to Unk's farm, we are now up to 94 bales, whether it's going to be grass or silage. I mean, that's just incredible. We had quite a bit of silage already kind of stuck away because we harvested the field across the way over there. But this, I mean, we got quite a bit off of that one field. It wasn't prepped at all. So being able to get all that for, practically, well, it was, I mean, including the price, but I mean, free to us. We didn't have to put anything into the ground to be able to get anything out of it. And yeah, it just worked out real nice. But now we need to start focusing on making money because I mean we got a massive loan. I think it's up to like $850,000 now. And yeah, JP just got back from the field doing some contract work, and I am going to meet him over here to take some of these pallets over to the grain museum. So I'll go ahead and cut us out after, well, once we get these things loaded up. We'll see you in a while. Alright, so we ended up stopping off at the cement factory, as you saw, picked up everything that we needed here, and now we're going to deliver it starting here. Bam! Alright, 8 grand. 8,100 bucks for those 3 pallets. I mean, that's not great, but certainly better than the price of just straight up stones, which is all we used in order to make that stuff. So all in all, 8 grand for what was just stuff that we pulled out of the dirt. I'm okay with that. But now I've got to go over to the sawmill and start picking up a whole bunch of stuff over there. So I will meet you over there. Alright, so as you saw, I went ahead and took everything I had over to the Grain Museum, but the problem is that they don't need any more of these planks. I've supplied them to be completely stocked up, and they ought to be fine for quite some time. But the great thing is that they told me that they had a friend that is actually a bit of a crafter. As you can see, they like to work on toys, and they love to do stuff for children. Like the little playgrounds and stuff like that. Oh yeah, look, we go in here, you can see just all the little crafts and kind of stuff they have going on. Like you got the couple of little tractors over here, and wow, that's really cool. But yeah, no, so they said to come on over here and supply them with those planks, and if there's anything else that I have that they would need going forward that the grain elevator doesn't need, then just bring it over here and they'll be willing to take it off our hands just like that. So that is awesome. Very happy about that. We have a secondary place that we can sell our stuff to and still make a pretty decent amount of money. So that works out very, very nicely. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and cut us back out and keep going back and forth, whether it's to the grain elevator. It's going to be first to the grain elevator, and if we just so happen to max them out, we'll head over here to the playground. We'll see you in a while. All right, so we've got the last little bit of planks long here. We've taken everything out. We've made quite a bit of money just off of the little bit of product that we had there at the sawmill. I mean, not too bad. And we got introduced to a whole new person within the town. So this is all really, really good because, you know, now that we're starting to make these connections and starting to be able to, you know, expand our reach, we're able to, you know, sell the places at these kind of bonus rates. I mean, you can see just how much we get in addition to uh, the base cost for just taking it to the grain elevator. It's the privilege of knowing people kind of thing. So we'll go ahead and pull in, sell off what we can here. And oh yeah, look at that, $30,000 for all that. That's a good price right there. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it. But we're gonna keep on supplying as much as we possibly can, and at least until they tell us no more, no more. We can't handle no more, and we'll just go from there. But now we need to set our sights on to the next thing. So I'll go ahead and cut us out now and cut us back in once we get there. We'll see you in a bit. So I made my way back over to the new property, and I'm going to go ahead and start cutting down a whole bunch of trees. As you can see, pretty much all these trees are out in the field here. I'm going to get rid of as many of these as possible, unless they're right on top of the road or something. I'm not going to worry about those. And then I'm going to go through and hack and whack my way through all of these trees up on the hill here, all the way up until the driveway and before we actually get into the actual yard over here. I think that this is going to open things up very nicely and is going to give us just a little bit more room for, you know, either cutting grass or putting down, you know, odds and ends, whatever the case may be. I think it's going to work out really, really nicely. So the only thing is that these kind of trees right here, these ones I'm going to leave alone. I'm not going to bother with these because these are a royal pain. Each one of these, once you cut them down, is an individual kind of thing to tend with, and I'd just much rather just like mulch these up and get rid of them. They're just absolutely a pain. They really don't go through the sawmill all too well, so it's one of those that at the end of the day, it's not even worth picking these things up off the ground. I might as well, like I said, just mulch them up and get rid of them. But these things, on the other hand, these are good to go to the sawmill. So let's go ahead and get to work.
I've climbed the mountains in Montana, danced in the lights of New Orleans. Portland ran away with me, and San Francisco stayed with me. Nashville made its way in between. Fell in love in Minnesota, and fell apart south of Salt Lake. Washington will always be begging for a piece of me to stay. Maybe some things never change, but I wanna know how it feels to hang pictures on a wall, sleep in the same bed at night. I want reasons to stay, I want someone to take up my time and miss me when I go. I've swam the beaches on the west coast, climbed the trees of California. I feel it more the further that I get. So the wheels are pointed west till I know how it feels to hang pictures on a wall. Sleep in the same.
So I do believe this is the last tree that needs to be cut down, and at this point I'm going to go and pick up all the equipment in order to start hacking and whacking these trees and loading them up and taking them to the sawmill. As you can see, there's a lot going on here. So JP and I are going to pick all these up, and yeah, we're going to take care of things. So I will cut us out now, cut us back in as soon as all this stuff is picked up and cleaned up. Whew. What did we get ourselves into? We'll see you in a while. Well, here we are. We have been working for hours and hours. JP and I have been just really working hard. And as you can see, it's starting to look quite a bit different here on the new farm. We've got a ton of stuff off of the field, but we still have a ton of stuff left to go. Look at all that. That is just, yeah, it's nuts. And the reason I'm here talking right now is not because we're done. Obviously we're not. It's because the sawmill is full. The workers over there are yelling at us saying, no, no, no more, no more. Not right now. So we've got to honor it. I mean, they've got so much wood stacked up and on a backlog that they are just struggling trying to find space to be able to put this stuff before they can actually load it into the sawmill itself. So JP and I have been just rushing around getting everything done as we possibly can. And now we're to a point to where JP just ran off and he's starting to work contracts. So you can see up there, he's working on a cultivating contract just down the road from here. So that's, yeah, one of those where you work and you work and you work. And we got a lot done. I mean, you can see if I go to the sawmill here, 138,960 out of 140,000 liters. That's it. It is full up to the brim. No more room to be had. So basically have to stop this and set our sights on something else for the time being. But that is going to be for another episode. I hope you enjoyed this one, though. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy doing to show you to engage with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.